Good morning, barbers. In today's video, we're going to be discussing shaving. In the past, we haven't spent very much time on this topic because we assumed that your instructors in the school would cover this extensively. Based on calls and comments we've been receiving recently, that doesn't seem to be happening. So we're going to discuss shaving questions in your exam today. Not really how to shave, that's hands-on. This is how to pass the shaving questions on your state board examination. Now, because of time constraints, we don't have time to talk about every state in the country. That would turn into a Netflix video series. We're going to pick the three larger states by population because I think they give a really good example of what goes on. Florida, Texas, and California, in exactly that order. Now, if you're not in Florida, Texas, or California, don't swipe right and leave. Pay attention. The questions are the same. Whether you're shaving someone's face in Arizona or New Mexico or Alaska, it makes no difference. Shaving is shaving. We're going to discuss these three large states to make an example. You should go on to your state board's Barber website, look under what's called the CIB, Candidate Information Bulletin, CIB. It will break down exactly how many questions in your state are on this topic. Now, I can tell you again, we're going to start with Florida. Okay? In Florida, it's one of the shorter tests in the country, actually. They have 65 questions on their test, 7 sections, 25 questions of the 65, more than 1/3, are on infection control. Only 3 questions are on shaving. You heard that right, 3. That means only 5% of the questions in Florida deal with shaving. Another way of looking at it is you could miss all 3 questions and get a 95 on your test and walk out with a license. Florida clearly doesn't consider shaving as that important in the barber's license. Doesn't matter what you and I think. It matters what the people giving you your license think. And they clearly have indicated they don't think it's all that important. The takeaway from all this is you could actually miss all 3 questions and pass. Moving along to Texas. Okay? Texas has 85 questions. 30 are on infection control, 15 are on shaving. Again, if you do the math, you could miss 20 questions and still pass your test. So once again, in Texas, as in Florida, you could miss every question on shaving and still pass. I'm not saying it's a good idea. Okay, I'm just saying it would work out mathematically. Finally, we move to California. We see a little bit difference here. California has 85 questions, 25 are on infection control, 20 are on shaving. Now, this is the first state that you couldn't miss all the shaving questions. You can only miss 14 out of 20 in California, but you still pass. 14 out of 20 you could get wrong. The point I'm trying to get at is, I'm not saying shaving is not important. I'm saying it's not as important as most barber students think it will be. What is important in every state is infection control. It's at least 1/3 of your test in every state in this country. And there is no state which will give you a license if you miss 1 out of every 3 questions. That would give you approximately a 65 and you fail. Okay? Infection control is the king of this test, followed in some states by shaving, such as California. Now, I'm going to go over here some about maybe 15 questions that actually appear on the exam. California, Florida, Texas, the questions are the same in every state. Just how many you'll have is different. Number 1, you will have questions about the shoulder, the tang, the shank, and the handle. Number 2, there'll be questions about which digit of your hand, thumb or fingers, holds which part of the razor or which part of the shears. There'll be questions about the care and cleaning of a hone, honing and stroking. Not even allowed in most states anymore, but it's still state board test questions. Okay? Define the term cutting stroke. Couple of questions they really love. What are the 4 positions used in the practice of barbering? What position in stroke is used in 6 of the 14 shaving areas? What stroke is used in 4 of the 14 shaving areas? When do you use the reverse backhand stroke? What is usually the last shaving area in stroke in a facial shave? Where does the shaving procedure begin? The razor should be positioned at what angle from the client's face? In preparing for a shave, where do you lay the towel on your client? Now, perhaps you don't even lay a towel on your client. But in your book, on page 359, it shows you a photograph of where they want you to lay the towel. It also shows you on the same page where to lay the paper towel, paper strip you're going to use. Maybe you don't use one. That's not the point. They say you do, and they want to know where you're going to put that paper and where you're going to put the towel. Define first time over shave, second time over shave, close shave, and once over shave. And finally, one of their favorite questions, what type of mustache is best suited to a small mouth? In this book, on page 350. Okay. And wrapping this up, I'm going to just stress one thing. Please do not rely solely on these videos to pass your test. This is a large book, over 1,000 pages. There's the Salon Fundamentals book, 1,000 pages. It's too much for most students to ever read while they're in school. We try to pull out the things from each chapter and kind of direct you to what you really need to know. If you're in school, pick your teacher's brain. If you're out of school, and a lot of you are, you don't really have that option anymore. Some of you are very, very slow readers. Me hammering on you to read this 1,000-page book is not going to make any difference. Get our material. It's only 100 pages. It has every question with the answer that's been on your test in the last 12 months. Give us a call with your give us your comments, give us a call. Closing. It's not free to produce these videos. We're not asking you to spend any money. I am asking you to help us offset the cost of filming, editing, production, research by simply subscribing to our page below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Please give us your comments, and we hope to see you again very soon. Thank you.